Thank you very much for this amazing opportunity to drop into the conference by video. I'm sorry I couldn't be there with you, but I'm really excited about this topic and about this issue of collaboration. Collaboration is the next great missiological frontier. Anything less is arrogance. And collaboration is about missions. It's about the fact that the desire of God's heart is that none should perish. So imagine what we could do if we collaborated, if we worked together. One of the ways that we are collaborating in Youth for Christ around the world is we're considering very seriously the whole issue of outsourcing. Now, outsourcing is a marvelous mechanism that helps us advance the mission. The gift of Youth for Christ is to be practitioners, is to be in the trenches in relationship with teenagers. But we need resources around us to help us mobilize our staff in those trenches. So we have to be humble, first and foremost. We have to be humble and say, we have some needs. We have some capacity needs. We can't do this on our own. But the other fun part about outsourcing is we can be generous with our gifts and with our strengths. I had a great conversation with Rabbi Zacharias in September in Thailand last year at our General Assembly, and I heard Rabbi Zacharias say something very unusual. You don't usually hear Rabbi say this. He said, I hadn't thought of that. And what he was responding to was I said to him, everything Youth for Christ has is yours. Use us for your ministry. And again, he said, I hadn't thought of that. But that's what outsourcing is about. That's what collaboration is all about. Our first full-time evangelist in Youth for Christ 71 years ago was Billy Graham. And Billy Graham would never go into a city to do a crusade unless two things were present. Number one, he had to be invited. And that's a key piece of collaboration. We invite each other into our spaces so that we can work together. But the second thing is, he would never come into a city unless he was invited by the whole church. And that's a collaborative piece right there. He was also always convinced that unity is the precursor to revival. When we work together, God can work through his Holy Spirit in truly extraordinary ways. One of the metaphors that I appreciate thinking about, that I enjoy thinking about, related to collaboration, is what about world hunger? You may wonder, where am I going with this? Well, I've lived most of my life in the majority world, much of it in Latin America, where there was abject poverty, often expressed in hunger. And I've been to Africa. I've seen horrific hunger and starvation there. And that whole issue drives me crazy, because as humanity, we have the wherewithal to feed every single person on this planet. There is enough food on this planet for every mouth and every stomach on this planet. And in fact, we have the capacity to get the food to those people. Imagine if we had every armed forces and armed services at our beck and call to be able to take food to the hungry and to the starving. So what is missing? If we have the wherewithal, what's missing? What's missing is the will. And often that's what's missing in our collaboration conversations. Do we have the will to literally be humble and be generous and work together? Because we are here because there is a spiritually hungry generation that would love their hearts filled with the hope and help that can only be found in Jesus. God bless you guys as you meet, as you gather. Again, everything Youth for Christ has is yours. We are at your service. And God bless you guys as you pray, as you deliberate, and as you discern what God's heart is for collaboration. Be encouraged.